Hello and welcome back to the AI Research Roundup. I'm your host Alex, and it is June 14th, 2025. Today we're looking at a paper from Hugging Face's trending list, published just a few days ago on June 11th, called ReasonMed, a 370K multi-agent generated dataset for advancing medical reasoning. This paper tackles a key challenge. While LLMs excel at math and code, their medical reasoning needs work. The authors created a huge new dataset using a multi-agent system, which is like a team of AIs, to generate and refine detailed reasoning paths. This process focuses on chain of thought, where the model shows its step-by-step thinking to get an answer. Also, the authors shared their work on GitHub. If you head over there, you'll find not just the dataset, but their entire multi-agent pipeline. It includes scripts for generating, evaluating, ranking, and even refining medical chain of thought responses. Basically, all the tools used to create and validate the data. So where did all this data originally come from? Well, this first table gives us a look at the composition of the initial question set. The authors started with nearly 195,000 questions, pulling from several well-known medical benchmarks. You can see sources like MedQA, PubMedQA, and MMLU, but the real heavyweight is MedMCQA, which contributes over 182,000 questions. These different sources ensure a broad and challenging foundation for that multi-agent system to build its reasoning paths on. Building on that initial question set, this next figure illustrates the core of their method, the multi-agent system itself. First, they fed the questions to 3 different LLMs to generate a huge number of potential reasoning paths, 1.75 million of them. An evaluator agent then sorted all these paths into correct or error. What's really clever is the refinement process. They used different pipelines based on difficulty. For easy questions, a quality ranker just picked the best paths. For medium ones, an error refiner fixed the top attempts. And for the hardest questions, a powerful model generated a new, correct answer from scratch. This multi-step process is key to ensuring the final dataset's quality. And this chart gives us a breakdown of just how many questions fell into each of those pipelines. You can see the distribution is based on how many incorrect reasoning paths were generated for each question. The vast majority, shown in blue, went through the easy pipeline, having 0 to 4 incorrect paths. The green section is the medium pipeline for questions with 5 to 7 errors, and that small orange slice represents the difficult pipeline for the toughest questions. This breakdown really highlights why that tailored, multi-stage refinement process was so necessary for building a high-quality dataset. Alright, moving to the results. This table really puts the new dataset to the test. It compares several models on those medical benchmarks we saw earlier. The authors fine-tuned their model using 3 different strategies. The response approach just gives a short answer. The chain of thought approach gives the full step-by-step reasoning. And the reason approach is a hybrid, providing both. The results are clear. That hybrid ReasonMed 7B model achieves the highest total accuracy at 69.6%. It's more verbose, with longer answers, but this detailed reasoning clearly pays off. So to wrap things up, this work on ReasonMed gives us 2 major takeaways. First, it shows the power of using a multi-agent system, a team of AIs, to not just generate, but also meticulously refine a massive dataset for medical reasoning. Second, and perhaps more importantly, it proves that the best way to train these models is with a hybrid approach. Teaching a model to provide both detailed step-by-step thinking and a concise final answer, that's the key to unlocking top-tier performance, even for smaller, more efficient models. That's all the time we have for this episode. Thanks for joining me on the AI Research Roundup. I'm your host, Alex.